Good evening. I'm joined by our team as we bring you comprehensive coverage of today's top stories, both here and across the globe.
Top global news headlines today, December 16, 2025. 1. U.S. agrees to security guarantees in Ukraine. Peace talks. U.S. officials announced that Washington has agreed to provide security guarantees to Ukraine as part of a proposed peace deal aimed at ending the nearly four-year war with Russia. Talks in Berlin, led by U.S. envoys Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, have reportedly reached consensus on around 90% of the U.S. drafted peace plan. Ukraine is said to be prepared to drop its NATO membership bid in exchange for these guarantees. 2. Russia open to Ukraine joining the European Union. In a major concession, U.S. officials indicated that Russia is open to Ukraine joining the European Union as part of a potential peace settlement. European leaders have committed to forming a U.S. structure-backed multinational force in Ukraine to help enforce the proposed agreement. 3. Sydney shooting, declared a terrorist act. Death toll rises. Australian authorities have officially declared the Bondi Beach shooting, carried out during a Hanukkah event, a terrorist-related act. The death toll has risen to 15 victims, excluding the gunmen killed by police. Investigators are examining the motives of the father and son duo responsible for the attack. 4. Thailand-Cambodia border conflict intensifies. Schools close. Fighting between Thailand and Cambodia has entered its second week, with the death toll climbing to at least 40, including 24 civilians. Thailand continues to deny reports of any renewed ceasefire agreement. The escalating conflict has forced the closure of more than 1,000 schools across 6 Cambodian provinces, disrupting education for nearly 250,000 students. 5. India's External Affairs Minister visits Israel and UAE. India's External Affairs Minister, S.J. Shankar, is scheduled to arrive in Israel today for talks with senior leadership on bilateral and regional issues. He will also co-chair the 16th India-UAE Joint Commission meeting in Abu Dhabi, reinforcing India's strategic engagement in West Asia. 6. Former Hong Kong media mogul Jimmy Lai, convicted prominent pro-democracy activist and former media mogul Jimmy Lai, has been convicted of violating Hong Kong's China-imposed national security law. The ruling has drawn condemnation from Canada and several other countries, which have called for his immediate release. 7. U.S. warns of possible cold phase in U.S.-India relations. U.S. Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy warned that ongoing diplomatic friction, including recent U.S. tariffs on Indian imports, could push U.S.-India relations into a possible cold phase if tensions persist. 8. Pope Francis criticizes global prison conditions. Pope Francis condemned severe overcrowding and poor conditions in prisons worldwide during a special service attended by inmates and prison staff. He called on governments to pursue prison reforms that respect human dignity. 9. Iraq's federal court approves parliamentary poll results. Iraq's Supreme Federal Court has formally approved the results of the recent parliamentary elections, clearing the final legal hurdle for government formation and the selection of a new prime minister. 10. IPL mini-auction set to begin in Dubai. In sports, the highly anticipated Indian Premier League, IPL, mini-auction is scheduled to take place in Dubai today. Analysts expect intense bidding for star players such as Australian all-rounder Cameron Green, with franchises competing to fill 77 available roster spots.